Hi guys. I'm not feeling too good, but I thought I'd come on here today. If anyone wants to talk about NPD, or if anyone's seen my story, hi. I'm not doing well, you guys. I'm really frustrated that nobody talks about NPD like a mental illness. Hi everyone. Just ask me questions. I don't know. I just felt alone. My boyfriend just went to get groceries and I've been, I don't know. I've been doing school and stuff, you guys, so it's not like, it's been that bad, I guess. I've been getting stuff done, but I'm entering this period that, I feel like no one talks about with NPD, where, it's the other side of it, where you're just, paralyzed with, I don't even know why. I think that, people don't talk about this, but, when you live with, NPD, there's, a lack of agency that can kind of, pervade your life, and it's really, really destroying my life right now. Hi, guys. Hi, Lust for Vampire. Hi. Guys, I'm just, I don't know. I'm obviously not doing well. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have come on. But I have been taking this break from social media, right, to, try and feel better and rediscover what I want to do. But, now it's just been me, avoiding shit, and it's oh, thank God, someone else understands. Thank you, Fart Fridge. I love that username. But yeah, if you guys can read my story, if you haven't, if you can't, because I'm live, I'm sorry, but, there was this article that I found on NPD and, feeling paralyzed and lack of agency unless it's, you're feeling grandiose, and I just started, I suddenly realized that this is just, been what has been plaguing my life probably since forever, but the past few months I have been suffering a lot because I've just been in this state where I have no agency to do any fuck. Can I just get the article up, you guys? I'm gonna read it to you guys. Please study narcissism, write a book about it. I'm begging you. No one knows how to heal this stuff. I'm so depressed because literally everybody in my area, there's no psychologists in my area. I'm just doing this on my own, and I'm upset because no other narcissists seem to be struggling from a lack of agency like I am. It's really fucking me up. I just saw NPD April go live last night. Jacob posts every fucking day, and they're awesome. But I'm why are they not seeming to struggle with this lack of this feeling paralyzed that I'm feeling? This feeling that I'm gonna get the article up, you guys. Just hang on. I'm sorry. Please study narcissism. We need more people to actually fucking figure out how to heal from this, because there's just nobody. They write studies on it, but that's all they can do. They have no healing tips, and I'm at a loss this time. I really am, and I'm trying to pull up this study. Hang on. Feel free to ask me questions though, you guys. Hi Tessa, I'm sorry you aren't doing well. I feel it. I've been extremely paralyzed as well. Thank fucking God I'm not alone. I'm sorry. I haven't been really able to do anything. Can you describe more what that's like for you? Because I feel that, to me it feels okay, every single day I've been getting up and I'm okay, I'm gonna do all these things with my day. I have all these plans, and then I do some of them, but even that isn't satisfying. I feel I'm constantly chasing some sort of, oh, by the way, I read something about dopamine and narcissism that you guys might want to know. There is a possibility that narcissists lack dopamine. It's not working properly for them, and that's why it causes addiction tendencies, for supply and all this other stuff. It's constantly chasing dopamine. Why would that happen? Because people's brains get fucked up in childhood. If you don't get your needs met in childhood, it actually destroys your capacity to hold on to dopamine and serotonin and a bunch of other stuff, and I will pull that study up too. Oh God, Lust for Vampire says there's no therapists or psychologists here. Same. Literally, all of California. I've seen them all. Some of them list that they study NPD, and then they're haha, you want to work on CBT? And I'm that's not half of my issues. That's not half of what I'm suffering from and struggling with. And then I have to go online and I see I just see hate and it's fucking hard. I feel so alone. Curious, what is the question? The desire? Narcissists tend to lack desire for a lot of things, you guys. How to explain this? I have to pull up the damn article. Here. Okay, I'm gonna read it. I'll actually flip my camera so you guys can see it's a real study. This study says persons with NPD tend to lack an inner drive, and it sounds counterintuitive because you'd think that these narcissists, all these arrogant types, you'd expect them to ruthlessly keep singing like, and I shall overcome, and like strive and this and that. But when persistence is needed, like I don't know, with my social media, with every career in my life, there's some sparkling moments where you're like fighting for that and feel motivated, and then it declines, it goes away. You just feel, it's like, it's so fucked. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the inability to hold on to that. But yeah, it says they lack the access to innermost wishes that could make them feel alive and vital, and instead feel flat and intimate. There's a lack of existential agency. And this part terrified me, and like I related to it a little bit too much. But like that's just the first one. This one was more like in depth on it. Okay, so this is what I see a lot from certain people with NPD online. When they're fighting some sort of like, I think it was in the other one that I said that, but like, fighting against a tyrant. Basically, anger is motivational, but when there's not like anger and like fighting to like have some sort of status, there's just like no, like there's nothing. It's like empty. It's just so. Oh God, I'm gonna start reading my comments. Sorry. Vegetar says, "Thank you for allowing us to see and hear you as you fight big and hard emotions." This is like not even emotional for me. It's like a trap. I feel fucking trapped by this shit. And I'm so fucking done, because guess what? Like, I don't know the answers to any of this stuff. I don't know how to get out of it. Right now, I've been at the bottom where it says feeling paralyzed, empty, and passive. And that's like destroying my fucking life. And I don't even know how to fight it. Because every day I wake up and I have like these goals and shit. And like, I'm gonna like have this great life for myself and do all these things. And then it's like, it doesn't, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like, let me turn the camera back to me now. I actually sent you a message about it yesterday. I will go check that out if I can. Sorry, I'm just ranting at you guys. What's your reaction when you got your diagnosis? God, that's such a commonly asked question. I felt like they were saying something was wrong with me at first, so I was like, fuck you. Don't tell me there's anything wrong with me, so it caused shame. And then I was like, oh, never mind, it's the 1% of the population. I'm special. So I felt pride. And then I got to a point where I was like, this is fucking destroying my life. Fuck this shit. I hate it. So all bad. So it went from all good to all bad. And now it's like in the middle. No, it's not in the middle right now. I'm sorry. This is all bad. Fuck this shit. Honestly, sometimes I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, there's good and bad to this. Like there's really good. And there's also bad. Like, and I can see it like that. But then like some days I'm like, holy shit, like this is like, I'm gonna be like this until I'm 90 and then I'm gonna die. Like, I feel trapped. I don't like this. I don't like it. This shit sucks. And I don't know how to tell people, anyway, you narcs get the biggest discrimination, worse than BPD. Oh God. BPD used to be like that though. We need like a revolution for NPD similar to BPD, because BPD used to be hella stigmatized. That's why I have hope, because like BPD is now less stigmatized, right? So we can get somewhere. It's still stigmatized, but it's like there is hope to destigmatize. And then that's bad. You get a rough time, and I know what it's like to feel empty and numb. To me, it's like the paralyzing part that's the most fucked. But what's crazy is that the nature of why people develop these disorders usually is invalidation, right? And the entire internet keeps invalidating narcissists even after the fact. So they've already got this disorder that develops from being invalidated and traumatized. And then the internet's like, by the way, you're also evil and don't deserve love and help. So, and no one sees the suffering. So it's even more invalidation. It's like, if you say that you're suffering, you're lying because you're a narcissist, because, you're just trying to look for sympathy. And I'm so fucking pissed off. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? My ex always said he felt trapped. yeah, this shit is, I can't explain how fucked this shit is. But you know what sucks is like, I understand that it's hard for narcissists to even show this part to partners, because I used to do that. My partner would understand like, oh, she has a general sense of feeling trapped. But then like when he would try to understand more, I would freak out because I felt like he wouldn't admire me anymore and I felt too vulnerable, and then I would get mad. So he never got to see the full extent of suffering. Does that make sense? Guys, please tell me if I'm making sense. I look so awful right now. I am so depressed. I have not washed my hair. Still look cute though. I get irritated and say, yes, it's rubbish. And then he'd say, well, I don't understand what you're saying, little spotty cat. You might have to re-say that. Hi, Kit Catherine. Every time I come on here, I'm like not doing well. I'm sorry. Thank you for texting me, by the way, and offering support. I'm just insane and like an avoidant attachment, so I run away from everyone. But I appreciate it. It feels like there's no point in going out or doing anything unless I feel grandiose, literally. Or God, even I'm reaching these points lately where even then I'm just bored and like, I don't know. I went out yesterday anyway, thinking it would help, and it made it worse. I am so sorry. I've experienced both. Sometimes I go out and it feels better because I get some sort of, that's what's so fucking annoying. The only reason I feel better, if and when I go out and I feel better, is because someone complimented me, because someone like made me feel grandiose. It's like, that's the only fucking thing I seem to be able to enjoy in life, and I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of my life feeling like a narrow little fucking lens. And then, you know, seeing that just being my life until I'm 90 years old. Like, I know there's more to life. There has to be. Literally, I feel like it's right at my fingertips. I know I'm missing out on something. I know I am. I just don't know how to get there. And I don't know how to, like, feeling for you, Tess. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm ranting, guys. I didn't give a shit when they told me that I have factor 1 ASPD. That is like, that's so classic of ASPD. I gave too many shits. I guess that's what differentiates us. My image really matters to me. I don't want to feel like there's something wrong with me. Now I'm just like, I'm able to still see it as like there's nothing wrong with me, as there is just like trauma that's pervading my life. But I get frustrated because I'm like, I don't want this. I don't deserve to go through this. I don't want to live the rest of my life like this. I see my life just wasting away, and I'm fucking stressed, and I feel trapped. And that's why I feel trapped, because I'm like, I could be somewhere else right now. I could be doing something else right now. I could be like, yeah. I also described it as feeling trapped yesterday. Oh, thank you guys for saying that I'm making sense. I also seem to not understand if I'm making sense. I really do appreciate you showing how awful this stuff is. I hope I can convey it. I feel like what's been upsetting to me lately is like I've been trying to post on YouTube, right? Because that's where I can do long form videos. And I post trying to show the suffering, and then people are like, I look back on it and I just feel like it seems super like, I don't know, like it's too much. Like it just looks like I'm being like, I can't like, it just looks staged. I don't know how to explain it, like, because I'm filming a video, so I don't know, like how can I originally authentically show what this is like to live with? I don't fucking know. I want to. I also want to be back online, but at the same time, I don't know what to do. It doesn't feel enough to just post these little behavioral videos and be like, this is why narcissists do this thing. I'm like, no, I want to create bigger change than that. I don't want to just like explain the behaviors. I want to eliminate this shit from the world. Because it sucks, and I think that it destroys lives, and I think that a lot of people suffer with traits. But also the full disorder destroys lives. It's destroying my life. Thank you guys for the hearts. The internet has an obsession with the word narcissistic. Yeah, because somebody coined a bunch of phrases. I'm not going to mention names, but somebody coined a bunch of phrases and it became this pop culture thing. Supply, hoovering, discard. I don't even know the rest because I don't care. But like, yeah, it's just, you know, and then it's nice because, you know, victims of abuse, which, you know, people are really victims of abuse. It's like an explanation. It makes them feel like, oh, like, you know, there's this answer to like my pain, like, oh, this person was evil. But like, you know, that's just a temporary healing thing anyway. And, you know, your abuser doesn't even have to be a narcissist. I mean, I always say this, some narcissists are never going to be abusive. So there's that. NPD is a group of people. Some are going to be abusive, some aren't. You can say that of any fucking group in the fucking world. Even normal people. Some normal people are going to be abusive, some aren't. I mean, what even is normal? I don't know. But like, you get what I'm saying. Thank you guys for the hearts. Oh God. Some NPDs are evil. I don't think anyone's evil. What is evil? I think people are hurt and damaged, and they show it in ways that sometimes are not so nice. I've been that person. I hate talking about this because I feel like it does not make me seem like the leader or like one of the leaders of the NPD community. Like, I can't admit that I've done toxic things, but I have. One of my worst struggles is trying to reconnect with somebody who I had a really fucking hard time with, and he's very scared of me right now. So I'm trying to show him that I've changed. People are just hurt. You guys, hurt people. I don't know what evil means. Evil makes me feel like you're talking about like some like comic book supervillain, like caricature. These are real people. People can really fucking hurt you and it feels evil. But, you know, it's just sad more than anything, because we all just want love deep down. I feel like we just want to feel safe deep down, all of us. And people don't know how to get that. People don't know how to protect themselves. And like, my ex told me he's aware he has NPD but doesn't care. And he said he doesn't need to change and needs a doormat. Okay, you know what? I'm not responsible for that person. You know, sometimes people of any diagnosis turn their back on self-awareness and change because they think that it's easier to cling to defenses. And that doesn't represent everybody though. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry if I'm being harsh. It's not easy, like, just feeling like you were just, yeah. Makes super sense, and grateful that you share this side. I'm glad it helps. I would give anything not to go through this. Oh, Richard Grannon joined. I don't know if he's still there, but I'm gonna give him a wave. This shit sucks, guys. You are making sense. I'm sorry you're going through this. I really want to help you and support you. Every time somebody says that, people text me like, how can I support you and help you? And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And then I run away. I'm sorry. I don't know. You deserve to work through this and get better. The thing is, I just doubt that people can help me. I have so bad trust issues, guys. I'm like, what can people do? You know, I can't even help this problem because this mountain's too big to climb. What could anyone else do? I don't know. Maybe I need more faith in people. It's something that I'm trying to learn. Also, guys, if my boyfriend comes in, just know he's out getting groceries. He might come and join this live, and you can ask him questions too. He knows that I have NPD and that I've been diagnosed twice. And why is my dog doing this? Mocha, this is a plate for humans. No, stop. Quit it. Nope. Okay. Sorry. You guys want to see my dog? I'll cheer you up a little bit. Say hi. Say hi to my followers. No. Say hello. You're a star. Pets help, guys, though. Okay. When I went out, everyone was looking at me, but not in a good way. Oh, because I'm goth. LMAO. I hate this world. And I didn't even think of that before I went out, and it just made it worse. Oh my god. Okay. It's so funny how, like, in different self states, because I relate, in different self states, I have a totally different mindset. If I'm, like, super depressive and I go out, I'm like, oh my god, everyone's, like, looking at me and judging me, and, like, if they're laughing near me, they're laughing at like me, and I hate them, and I hate people, and fuck people, and I get like so violently like angry and bitter and like stressed, and I feel like every person that's looking at me is like, it means something bad. But then if I go out and I'm like super feeling good, I'm like, They just walked by, the greatest person in the world, and I bet they can sense it or something insane. I don't know. It's strange. You know what I wish? I wish I could control that. Like, if I was feeling bad, I wish I could know how to, like, get myself into the other state. Even that would help. I want control, okay? I want to figure this stuff out because I want control over my own mind. I don't like being the person on the roller coaster ride that can't get off. I want to control the roller coaster ride. I don't want to be just, like, you know, victim to the ups and downs and turns and, like, that's not a vibe. That fucking is destroying my life because it's turning where I don't want it to go. You know, I want to, you know, this is why self-awareness, I think, is actually more helpful than being unself-aware, because I believe there's a way to learn to control the self states that you go through as somebody with NPD. I don't know how yet, because it's a complicated mess. But if you could have a livable life, you know, instead of letting this shit just ruin everything. I appreciate your honesty and openness. I never hear this despite having narc siblings. Yeah, that's because a lot of the people with NPD suffer silently because it's not supposed to be. Okay, let me put it this way. When I used to be unself-aware, if somebody knew that I was suffering and I was in a suffering state because of, like, how people were viewing me, it would make it all worse, because then they would view me as, I was worried they would view me as pathetic, and also, like, just, they wouldn't be able to admire somebody who said that they were suffering through these things and, like, unable to, like, get what they needed in life. So I would just, like, suffer silently because saying it would cause more shame. Does that make sense? So why would I say that? I'm already in a bad spot. That would just kill me. I'm not going to do that. You know, so I would never say it, and people would never know. In fact, they didn't think I suffered that much. They were like, you know, people straight up didn't believe me. Because I would never say anything. And in fact, I used to say the opposite. I was like, yo, I've got everything under control, you know, like, you know, whatever. So yeah, a lot of that stuff. And I think that helps the stigma perpetuate, because it's like, well, they don't suffer. They're just mean. They're angry. It's like, do you know what anger is a cover-up for? I don't know, fucking everything. Pain, despair, sadness, shame, guilt, maybe. I don't know. I still don't know the difference between guilt and the S word. But, like, anger is not even, honestly, I don't even know if anger can be a pure anger. Maybe it can. I probably can. But it's always going to, most of the time, it's covering something up. And what is that? That's all the internal shit. That's the stuff that a narcissist doesn't show you. Anger is like, you know, and people are like, why are narcissists so damn angry all the time? It's because something's always going on inside that's so fucking painful all the time, and it's being covered up by anger. So it looks like they're just always angry. At least I can only really speak for myself, but, you know, I've seen this trend in my friends with NPD. Like, I'll be depressed, and I'll be, like, mad depressed. I get, like, rage depression. My ex is a narc, and I still feel the pain, even 19 months, no contact. I'm sorry. You know what else this shit destroys? Relationships. And I don't blame myself. You know, this is the way that I got into self-awareness and escaped with my life, because, like, if I had really thought that, like, I was just this failure person that had, like, caused so many people wrong, I would definitely kill myself. But I was able to say, like, oh, this is my trauma. These are my defenses that I didn't ask for, ruining my life and relationships. And how unfair and undeserving am I of this? Like, I don't deserve to go through this. I don't deserve to have this trauma. Like, I was able to separate it from myself as, like, okay, you know, this is my trauma ruining my life. This is my trauma and my defense mechanisms hurting people. And that's not cool, because, like, I just want to be happy, you know? Like, I don't want drama anymore. As I said that, I started freaking out because I don't get any drama with my boyfriend, and a lot of times I struggle with boredom instead. But no, like, really, I don't think anyone enjoys drama. Do they? It's better than boredom sometimes. I don't know, guys. I see how much she wanted to let me in. Oh yeah, it's a fucking war in your mind, because God, okay, let me give you the perfect example. I was in a fight with my ex And I was like enraged as per usual. And I was saying all these like things, you know, to him. But deep down, I just wanted us to stop and like just cuddle and like it just stop and like, you know, just tell him like that I'm really suffering. But I can't do that. You know why? I couldn't do that because he was mad at me. And it's like, what if I stopped and opened up and I said I'm suffering? And then he was like, yeah, you know, or like whatever. Like, what if I opened and then he like, yeah, rejected it, I guess. Or like, it made me feel pathetic. Like, I'm not going to risk that. So instead I kept being angry. And I felt like my defenses were just like taking over my body at that point. Because it's like, well, I'm not going to, this shit's so fucked. Anyway, maybe try out a podcast. I've tried a podcast, you guys. I like speaking face-to-face to people. That's why I tried YouTube. But yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I think awareness is key. Yeah, it's key. You actually have more control when you're self-aware. I realized the other day she's stalking my Insta fake profile. I know she's suffering. No awareness, though. Guys, if we could figure out how to get narcissists self-aware, that would be revolutionary. Because that's the first step to healing, is realizing that you're like really suffering and why you're doing all your behaviors. Let me know if you guys can still see me, but if we could find a way anyway, yeah, to get people with NPD to be self-aware. By the way, I wish we could find a way that's not like absolutely horrific, like what I went through, you know, like, yeah, I just wish there was a way that we could be like, hey, you know, but like when you come to talk to somebody with NPD and they're too defensive, they're like, nah, I don't have anything. I'm not suffering, you know, this and that. It's like a lot of denial. I don't know. It doesn't sound like you lack desire. Tell me, what am I desiring here? I don't lack passion. Maybe that's the word. No, not passion. I'm a force of nature, but that doesn't mean I have desire inside. I struggle with that. Like that's the problem. You know, people are like, you're so clear and like you're changing the world and you're vocal and you're passionate about being vocal. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm suffering on the inside. Meanwhile, like, you know, just because I look like a force of nature on the outside doesn't mean I'm like not just sitting here every single day feeling like bored and just like unable to move. I told myself yesterday, like one of my new plans was to go to the gym, like start going to the gym again, because I stopped for a while. But I haven't been seeing like instant progress, so it's been hard, and I stopped. And then I was like, I'm going to get up and go to the gym. But then when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, I just don't. That's what I'm saying. You know, like, I'm making NPD suffering relatable. Oh God, the word relatable. I'm glad that it feels like that. Hello, dear soul. Hi. You guys are so nice. Thank you guys for being here. I have once again covered the screen with tape so I don't have to see how many people are here, because that stresses me out. Because like in my head, I feel like it should be like millions of people, but it's never going to be millions of people. Maybe someday, but not now. And every time I don't see like at least like that much, I freak out. So I've covered the screen with tape because I'm insane. Anyway, it takes a lot to be aware. Humbleness comes with it. Oh, oh, I wish. Okay, you know what's funny? I think I have, like, to some extent been humbled, but not really. I had a full-on ego death. And my ego's back and stronger and more ferocious than ever. But it's aware now. Like, I'm aware. I think what self-awareness did for me was, like, it just made me aware of everything. Yeah. A little laughing face. I don't know who sent that, but that's so funny. Yeah, I had a full-on psychedelic ego dissolution where, like, my ego literally died. And then I was, like, excommunicated to the other undeveloped parts of me. And it's back. My ego's back. It didn't fucking go, like, it's undefeatable. In fact, sometimes I wish it would shut the fuck up. Because I learned that it doesn't just beat other people up. You know, it beats everybody up, including the person it lives in, and I will just leave that to interpretation. I think controlling, or not controlling, but taming the ego is important, because I try to tell it, you know, I try to tell that piece of me, and I can go into parts work a little bit if people are curious, but I try to tell that piece to like, hey, you know, I understand that you're trying to achieve this standard, but like beating up all the other fragments of me is probably counterproductive. So if we're going off of logic here, if you want to become like this ideal self and we're on that path, chill out. You know, like fucking stop, because you're just like making it harder. You know, like it's if you want that goal, this is not how to get there. So I try to reason with it, and that helps, because it'll calm down all those voices inside, the ones that are like harsh will calm down, because it's like, oh, like, hope that makes sense. Someone said, I don't even know. Oh, bedroom rot. Oh God, that username though. Said, I don't even know what I need to feel better, to be honest. When people ask how they can support me, yeah, I relate to that. It does start from within, Tessa. You have to believe in yourself. Oh my God. Okay. That's something I really struggle with. Can we talk about belief and faith? I cannot have faith in anything. You know why? Because there's no fucking evidence. I struggle so much because like I need to believe, like, and be positive, right? But then my brain is like, but there's no evidence this will really happen. And therefore, you know, you don't really know. So therefore it's foolish and stupid to believe and have faith in these things because you need evidence. And I was raised in a family that promoted evidence above all else. They were agnostic. They were like super into science, and they were like, if you don't see evidence for something, it isn't, you know, real, I guess, or like valid. So all my fears, when I had my near-death experience, and I almost died, my brain, my PTSD brain centered around death. And I had like nonstop fear and thoughts of death. And I'm sorry, trigger warning, you guys can log off if you don't like this. But one of the problems was there's no logical explanation as to what happens after death. So therefore I couldn't trust, and I couldn't have any faith. And I still struggle with this. I can't have any faith that it's going to be okay. And death to me meant the end of me, which meant all of my achievements would be pointless because people would just forget me. So you can see why that would absolutely destroy me. That's what happened. That was part of my self-awareness, where I was like, oh shit, there's no point anymore, because even if I achieve massive grand things in this world, I'm going to be gone. And that was depressing. And I've been able to like, and that killed my motivation. And I've been able to work myself out of that a bit by being like, okay, but reincarnation, there's like proof of it being real. There's like studies coming out now, but it's not enough proof. So my logical brain terrorizes me every fucking night, because there's no evidence for this stuff. It's like, oh yeah, well, you don't know for, like, it's so hard to have faith. It's so hard to have trust, because guess what trust takes? Faith. I can't trust anybody because there's no evidence that they won't hurt me. There's no evidence, like, it can happen. And I don't know if it's not gonna happen. So I can't trust it. I can't just like blindly put faith in a person or a thing or anything. And that has also been really difficult, because you can't have relationships without trust. You can't really. Anyway, oh God, I'm really far behind you guys. I just read Little Doggy and I haven't like showed my dog in like 15 minutes. Okay. Hi, human not villain. I hope you're still here, because I appreciate you. You guys make me feel safe. A lot of narcissists pop on this stream, and like, I feel like I'm not alone. Guilt is I did bad. Shame is I am bad. Oh, fuck. Okay, I know which one of those I experience. I'm so happy every time I see you are live, because I enjoy listening to you. God, how? Screenshotting that, though. That was amazing. Okay, what the fuck was that? I was like, I took that compliment, and like, I felt good, but I was also like, how? How do you enjoy listening to me? I'm the worst. You have to find self-compassion, self-forgiveness. That's easier said than done. Look at Existential Kink. It's about our addiction for pain and drama, and let you look at where that is more safe. Guys, can we talk about also internal fragmentation in NPD? Like the type that lets you plan things and start things and do things, but then you wake up like 2 days later and suddenly like you're on a whole nother track. Like it's like every day is a new existence, you guys. And how can anything get done? It's like the plans of my past self that was here yesterday is no longer important today, so therefore we're on some other track, but then like all these tracks lead to nowhere. Can we talk about that? Does anyone relate to that? Send something. I don't know. I gotta catch up. Would you like to do videos on symptoms broken down? Yes, I want to. I really do. A lot of times self-awareness is painful, and like there needs to be an anesthesia. That's so that explains exactly how bad that pain can be. Have you considered any coping mechanisms for taming your ego? Yes. Here's one for you guys. When your ego is being unruly and harsh, like super mean, if you just ask it like, hey, what's going on? Like, what are you scared of? Why are you hurting? Like it shocks the ego. Sometimes I've found it's like, wait, what the fuck? Cause like you're addressing it. It's like, cause it's trying to be all harsh and shit. And then it's like, what are you scared of? What are you really fighting so hard for? What's going on? And you give it that moment to like speak. That piece of you can speak and tell you what's really happening. Like, why is there so much harshness? What is the root fear? What's going on down there? You know, like, and then the ego will soften sometimes. It doesn't work every time though, but maybe mine's just insanely like strong. So it's harder. I think that's why I like to listen to you. I also had an ego death that changed me for the better, but I still suffer from my own mind. That's so relatable. Thank you, Alex, or Alexteric. It's hard to pronounce usernames. Sorry if I butcher yours. I had some ego death experiences in my life too. We gotta watch out for that spiritual ego. Oh, mine I'm sure is off the charts. I'm sorry. I don't even try. That's the least of my problems right now. My spiritual ego, I'm sure I have one, and I'm sure it's pretty big, but I can't even deal with that right now. I don't even see, here's the thing. If I don't find something that's making me suffer, I don't want to change it. So I'm like, oh yeah, I may have that, but I don't care because it's not really harming me. It's like if it's harming me, then it needs to go. Cause like I feel like my sense of superiority went from like being the most strong. No, it's still kind of the most strong, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm untouchable. That was like a lot of my superiority. And like, now I know I'm not untouchable. Unfortunately, I wish I was, but like it went from like that to being like, you're the most enlightened, you know, you're so enlightened. And like, that made me feel incredible and like super, you know, I have to hold on to something, you guys. I don't know. I do probably have a bit of superiority around that, but frankly, I'm sorry, who cares? There's bigger things to worry about. Fuck. I'm fragmenting right now. Someone just said Tessa and a bunch of, oh my God, wait, is that you? Oh my God, are you the 16-year-old that I helped realize you may be developing NPD and then like, you have time to turn it around now because I adore you. Your username's so long I can't even pronounce it, but if you're here, I'm so happy you're here. Please don't develop this disorder. I hope I can help you get out of that since you're so young. Please don't. It's the worst. Try everything in your power not to. The ego thinks it will die if it's not in control. Holy shit. I never thought of that. You know, that sounds pretty accurate. My ego hates all the other fragments that I have. I could go into parts work, you guys. I just want to like make sure I answer everybody, and then I'll go into parts work because that's kind of like parts work. Oh, Kit Catherine. I appreciate you. That's all I'm gonna say. I saw your messages about like wanting to message me in private, and I really appreciate you. You just have to trust that it will be worth it if they do hurt you. But what if it's not? What if it's not? And I did it for nothing, and then I've been betrayed for the last time, and my psyche can't take it anymore because like my parents and every fucking other person betrayed me, and then I die. What if that happens? Lust for Vampire says, I relate too much. That's how you know you need help. I'm sorry, that's a terrible joke, but if you relate to me too much, get some help. I'm sorry. Humor helps sometimes. I adore you guys. I feel like asking yourself those kinds of questions can be really helpful. Yeah. Grateful for this because I actually have no coping skills regarding my ego and it's hard. Oh, I hope this helped. I really hope it does. I should fucking post the website. That's part of my paralysis. I haven't been doing that, but like it has more tips. Yeah, you guys, it's not about eliminating the ego. Never. Little laughing face. Yeah, I know. It's not about eliminating the ego. Sorry, back to Strongitarius. No, it's not. Please, God. Okay. You know, a lot of therapists take this approach with narcissists, but they're like, oh, you're a narcissist? That's awful. You're a piece of shit. So, like, let's eliminate all your toxic behaviors, right? And, like, you should no longer be, you know, they want to suppress stuff that has been protecting us. It's more about healing. Yeah, you're not here to destroy pieces of you. You're not here to destroy your ego because it's about balance. It's not about, like, destroy the bad. Because sometimes the bad can just be, it's bad because there's too much of it. And it's like an imbalance in your life. It's more about like balancing yourself out so you can achieve your best potential in life, right? We're not here to destroy stuff. And we're also here to respect the traits that have kept us alive. Are they toxic? Some of them, yes. And that needs to be worked on. But you also need to respect them first. Say, thank you for keeping me alive. Defense mechanisms, thank you. And, you know, how can I get you to soften so that, you know, I can relate to other people better or, you know, get along in the world or like one of my defense mechanisms, for example, that I've had to thank, even though I hate it, is freeze response, which is part of the paralysis. Yeah. That destroys my life. The freeze response is something that just like keeps you frozen. You just stop moving. You don't go out as much as you should. You stop. It's a perfectionist response too, because you're like, if I wait, then I will like be ready. And then I can go out. And that's also freeze. Freeze can happen from perfectionism. Freeze response kept me safe because, just to go into this a little bit, my family did not allow me to flight or fight or fawn. Because fawn was just punished by being taken advantage of. Not even punished, it's just what happened. So none of those responses being available sent my body into freeze. And that has ruled my life. And it still tries to rule my life. And it destroys my life. But I also have to thank it. Because it was trying to keep me safe. This isn't like a villainous, horrible, soul-sucking thing that's trying to like destroy my life because of that. It's trying to keep me safe. Just like my rage attacks were trying to keep me safe. That was the fight response. The rage that a narcissist has, that's fight. And it's a protective mechanism. And of course it can be out of hand. But those responses, you have to say, thank you for protecting my soul because I would have died. But now that I've thanked you, you understand you're also ruining, we don't need you anymore as much like that. You know, you need to, thank you guys. I got some fire there. Thank you guys. You need to be different now because now, you know, we don't need the same type of defense anymore. And this is getting in the way of what I want now. Whether it's like love, relationships, goals, success, money, fame, I don't know, whatever you want. These responses can fuck it up if they get out of hand. So thank them and then say, how can we help, you know, how can you learn to protect yourself in a beneficial way to what you want? Someone said journaling is helpful. I agree. I've been trying. I try a gratefulness journal because gratitude is the opposite of dissatisfaction, which I sorely struggle with, and it almost depresses me how much, because I'm like, nothing's ever good enough for me. Really nothing, like nothing. And it's depressing because I'll go out in a situation and like, I'm supposed to be having fun, and then I come back and then I'm like, that could have been better in this, and this way. That can cause a lot of depression. It feels like your life is never satisfying. So gratefulness exercises can help with that a little. It really has not eliminated the core of that, but it helps take the edge off. I just thought I'd throw that out there. So gratefulness journals. Someone, Less for Vampire said, question, I see a lot of people talk about how narcs become aware from some big thing happening, but I didn't have that. I was doing research on all cluster B, and after finding out about my BPD, that's how I figured out about the NPD stuff. Okay, I'm curious if you had one with BPD, because, okay, that's super interesting, because, like, okay, if you can answer this, how were you willing to accept that you had NPD? Because some people read it and then they're like, nah, fuck that. I mean, how many people have had spouses, right, that try to show your partner, like, hey, you might be suffering with this, and they're like, no, you know? So I'm really curious how you were able to read that and feel accepting, and like what in your brain went on to like help you accept that, because that would also be super helpful if like we can get people to, you know, I think it's also helpful to just like, you know, have more content out there with like creators who have this disorder and show it's like, it's okay. You know, you're not shameful for having this, you know, you're just injured. Okay, you guys have so many comments. I'm trying to catch up. You need to be the route of emotions. Yeah. Motivations of the behaviors to alter the behaviors. Yeah, you have to understand your behaviors to even change them. If you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, how can you control your life? You're going to be the mental illness is going to be in control of you. And you're going to be along for the ride unless you know why it happens and then what you might want to do differently. And the might want to do differently is super fucking hard too. Because like, even if you realize why you do something, you're ingrained, you've been wired to do that thing your whole life. You know, I was wired to protect myself in certain ways, and I want to do them naturally, and it takes every effort in the book to not do it. And that's also really hard. But understanding it is the first step, you know, and then there's maybe I'll make a course someday on like how to heal from this stuff. I will have the steps down. Oh, strong Acharius, I'm so glad that I could help. Freeze kills me too. Yeah, fuck the freeze response. It's one of the most worst. Okay, actually, I don't know if I can compare them. Because you know what fight does? Fight gets you out and about and you're like producing things and doing things and your life can look amazing. And then it's like, but your relationships are just like in the gutter. Because of the fight response. That used to be more like me before I was self-aware. Freeze just destroys your life by freezing you in place. Flight destroys your life because you can't face anything. So you just run away because you're scared of what's going to happen if you face it. Fawn destroys your life by keeping you in bad, toxic situations and thinking that if you're nice enough, it will be okay. The other person will be listening or whatever. Fawn allows you to be walked over. When you shouldn't be. Fawn response is really common with codependency. My ex had a fawn response, like massively. And it was insane. It destroyed his life too. I think that we're going, honestly, you know what? I wanted to say something because like talking about this reminded me. I think we're going through a critical period right now in history where it's all about mental health, and people's mental health has never been worse. And I think that the challenge for us as like a species is to overcome loneliness and bad mental health and all of these awful things that like society it is partially causing. Society is partially making this worse, and also just like, you know, being taught not to talk about this, being taught not to talk about your emotions. If we can get through that stage, I believe humanity will actually like advance to the next evolutionary goal. You know, right now we're stuck. Everyone's chaotic and unhappy, and like the world is falling apart, and like bad mental health is on the rise. So psychologists are needed really badly. I think it's like this is the problem of the century. There's other problems too, but like it's a big one. I'm also proud because I've seen it be more and more acceptable to talk about your mental health, so that's good. I when I was growing up, I'm a 1998. I'm a 1990s baby, but not really. I was Gen Z, but like the last little bit of Gen Z, like the oldest Gen Z. And I still grew up in a society where talking about emotions, maybe it was just my parents, but talking about emotions was not okay or not like normal. It was like people were uncomfortable. They didn't understand. There was a lot of shame around it. And that's like what causes a lot of mental health issues. Actually, I was just reading about this in my psychology class, is the shame surrounding the mental health issues itself, the inability to be heard and to express yourself and say like, this is why I'm struggling. This is what I'm dealing with, you know? Even just getting it out and feeling like you're supported can help, you know, heal. But like, that's so fucking hard to come by in this culture. Why? Am I just ranting about like nonsense? Do you guys even care? I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh, Strong Terry said, I'm done with sharing. I had a trigger today. Stay safe, please. Hi, Buddy Hugs podcast. I don't know if you're still here. Hi. Oh my God. Hey, kiddo. Thank you. Oh my God. Bunny Hugs podcast was the first podcast I ever went on. I don't know if he's still here, but I remember I was like new to everything, and I was like I was like a little deer with like unsteady legs, just like trying to walk around in this new space. And he took me in, and he was like, here's how you do a podcast, and like he made it really comfortable for me. And that was the first time I ever like spoke out and attached my face to NPD, like the stigma of NPD, and like everything scared me, and I didn't want to attach my face. I used to just have a random profile picture. But that was one of the first times I was like, here I am, you know, and I couldn't go back. It's like, you know, if I ever get well known, people are going to know that I talked about this and that I struggle with a stigmatized disorder. And that can be really scary because it can affect everything. You know, what if your coworkers find this? What if, like, you know, professions? I made the promise to myself that as I go into psychology, as I go into that arena, I will not be shy about having NPD. I will try my best to just be like, I am a therapist with narcissistic personality disorder, and I don't care if you think I'm not a good therapist because of that, because I know I can be. I know that, you know, I have more capacity to just listen to people without getting caught up in the emotions, so I won't get overwhelmed. And I don't even plan to treat like just like anybody. I want to treat stigmatized disorders. So I already have lived experience. I will understand. I have a lot more. Oh, thank you guys for the hearts. I have a lot more like understanding and the closest to empathy with people who are like me. I totally fawn, says Bunny Hugs podcast. I hate conflict. Oh God, that's a hard one, right? I'm like the opposite. I conflict too much. I don't want to go into this too much. But yesterday, I left a comment on somebody's profile when I really should have come to talk to them first, personally. And it was a bit sassy, the comment I left. It was a bit sassy. I should have waited. I'm like conflict prone, if anything. And that, yes, that NPD though. I was on there like, I felt insulted, and I was like, just fucking typing like, yeah, that's right. I'm going to show them. It's like, I didn't even like wait or ask. I should have asked like, hey, is this what's going on? But no, I typed. I'm getting better about that though. But yeah, anyway, when you have the fawn response, it's the opposite, huh? Like people can input their desires, and then you feel like you have to go along with it in order to be liked and loved. But that's all, like, that's really draining on somebody, you know? Yeah, that's really hard. Oh, thank you guys for the hearts. Your live videos always help me feel so much better. And I love listening to you because you're just really interesting. Oh my God. Damn it. Now I'm in grandiosity. What were we talking about? What's the freeze response? What's paralysis? I'm fine now. I'm just kidding. I'm the best in the fucking world. I'm just kidding. No, kind of. It made me really happy. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really, like, to be serious, I'm really glad that this helps other people with NPD feel better. I feel so alone with this stuff so much. Strong Terry says, I both fawn and flight, and they switch. Oh man. Yeah, you can have multiple favorites. Love the favoritism. Like, you know, like it's a trauma response. We don't want to have any of those, but you know. you can have multiple ones that you go to. Little laugh face. I'm glad you guys think I'm funny. Oh God, I try to just cope with humor sometimes. One of the worst things is like the thing I post on my story that was super depressing. I was laughing at it at first. I was like, oh my God, holy shit. And then I was like depressed. Like 5 minutes later, I was like, fuck, this is my life. God, sometimes you need a little humor though, or else it's like, oh, Kit Catherine says, I care about you too. Honestly, I really, really think that you're amazing. Like, there's been some people I've been texting from this community who are so supportive. It means a lot. Even if I run away, I'm sorry. I'll get better at that eventually. Lack of connection is affecting everyone. Polarized opinions are making us all divided. Yeah, it's a time in history where individuality is so, it's like this movement. And it, in a way, that's taking back power because a lot of minorities were repressed in the past or like discriminated against. So like having that individuality is powerful. You get to decide who you are, who you like, who you want to be, what you wear, everything. That's a beautiful thing. But then the individualism aspect also goes towards isolation. Sometimes that's the unhealthy part of it where we all just feel lonely, you know, like people aren't connecting as much anymore. It's harder. There's been studies coming out. It's harder to make friends. It's harder to find friends. It's harder to find a community and a group and like a safe space. And like people go online for this stuff, but it doesn't necessarily like replace the feeling of being accepted in person because, you know, I would know this. I went to New York. I was with Jacob, you know, the nameless narcissist, and I was with Tiffany, who I don't think she has social media, but she has BPD. She was the girl that I was like hugging and helping heal my trauma with women. And she was amazing. But like having these people in person, accepting me in person was definitely different than online communities. It can be lonely, you know? It's not enough to just say sometimes like, oh, I have this group. It's like, I want, you know, we need, you know, people need connection, even if it's like, and I'm one to talk because I still relate to most people as like, how can you help me create the fantasy of my ideal life? So I'm a little bit, you know, of a hypocrite, but even then having a person in person with me makes me feel more sane. If I don't see people for a long period of time, I start feeling like I don't have a sense of self, and that's scary. I just think we need people. No matter how much you're adverse to connecting. Oh, someone sent a request to be in my live video. Tell me if that was an accident or if you really want to. Oh, so many people are joining next week. Oh, Bunny Hugs podcast says next week is my 100th episode. Awesome job. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I love that. Anyone who has a podcast. There was another guy, Wavid Diet. I think his I mispronounce everything, but his Instagram handle, he just does a ton of interviews as well with just people with mental health issues of all types, and that's so interesting and representative. And someone said, wow, you look gorgeous right now. What the? I'm not wearing, okay, thank you. This is my depression look. What you saying? I appreciate that though. I have not been wearing, when I get super depressed, guys, I can't even put on makeup. Also, I have a sunburn on my nose because I went out for Father's Day with my family, who I'm trying to repair connections with. Trying my best. And I went out with them on a boat, and we just like went around and like inner tubed, and then I got burnt on my face. But yeah, I've decided to try and reconcile with my family despite everything. Oh my God, I don't know if I want to talk about this right now, but I just realized something that I feel like a lot of bitterness for a lot of the things that have happened in my family that just were still never addressed. So interacting with them despite that's really hard. Fuck, I'm just gonna, tell me if you guys want me to go into that. I don't know if I want to go into that. Thank you for the hearts. As someone with BPD, I highly relate. Us cluster Bs are little siblings. I swear to God, we're all cluster sisters and brothers and whatever else, you know. I don't know what other labels, because, like, you know, I want to include everybody, but I'm like, we're family. There we go. Family. We're all like a cluster B family. We all relate to some extent. And I think that, you know, that's why I hate seeing stigma between the clusters, because I'm like, we're all in this together. There's always, there's identity issues in everybody, even NPD, it's never talked about, but NPD has a lot of identity issues. It's always BPD that gets that rap because they have the rapid identity change stuff, like the unstable sense of self, where I think a lot of narcissists have like a hollow, more like, oh, outer shell is like capiche, like we know who that is, but then when you go inside, it's like, who's that? You know, the inner self is not fleshed out. That's the identity issues. Does that make sense? It's like similar but different. I can talk more about that if you guys want. You are kind of best in the world. Stop it. Don't feed me. Oh. By the way, it's annoying when I message you because I'm convinced I'm annoying. You're not at all. Just come to my personal page more. Sometimes I avoid my main page when I'm going through something hard, and I won't be on there answering messages. So if you guys want to message me, if people with NPD want to reach me, it's my personal page that I have way less DMs on. You're not annoying. People who reach out to me are not annoying. I love it. I always learn something. That's where I've been humbled. I used to think I knew everything. Sometimes I still think I know more than most people, but I have realized that people can teach me a lot, and I'm never upset when somebody DMs me. I find it interesting. I find it like, it shows me another side of life. If you don't mind me asking, what's your experience with jobs? I don't work. I don't go to work. What? I don't do that. That's my experience. Okay, I actually have worked before, but I quit because of I got fired once. And then I refused to give my badge back, so that was awful. Because I felt like I was being publicly shamed, so I refused to literally give it back. They stood there with me for 5 minutes in the main building too. It was so humiliating, trying to get me to give the badge back because I had this little badge, this name tag thing. I don't even want to go into that. I hate working under people, and that solidified that. Then I worked, there was a few other bad experiences. I don't do jobs. In fact, that's something that I have, not just me, but the Nameless Narcissist has also talked about this. We have a lot of trouble just showing up to a minimum wage job or any job that has expectations and standards. And I think that's exactly why, because it has expectations and standards, and the trauma comes from the shame of not meeting expectations and standards and being publicly humiliated. And the ego tries to avoid that by either being in a position of power or don't show up. Because you might be humiliated, and that would destroy the sense of self. I feel like, oh, by the way, I'm working on the job thing though. I'm not giving up. But anyway, moving on. I feel like the PD copings are seen in collective patterns. I'm not sure what that means. If you're still here, Strong Aterius, let me know. By sharing, I think that's allowed yourself to be vulnerable. Does anyone else, can I ask a question? Does any other people with NPD or even BPD, I don't know, any cluster Bs feel like you're being vulnerable with someone, but you're still not connecting to them? Because like I do everything in the world that looks like connecting to people, and I still don't connect to them. They end up still being like a placeholder. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I connected and I was vulnerable with you, but I could also just have someone else. It's like, why can't I go all the way? Because I'm doing it. I'm being vulnerable. I'm open. Like, that's insane. My boyfriend suggested it's because I'm not like letting people's energies in. I don't know, maybe. I'm envious of that. I wish I could meet other people who are also cluster B. Holy shit. You guys, I want to start a cluster B support group system. Me and, there's my boyfriend. I'm live right now. You can come join if you want. But otherwise, anyway, me and Jacob have this little plan to make a cluster B, like, we wanted to do a cluster B support system that expands across states. So, like, we would hire a leader of a group for each state, and, like, in every state there would be, like, a resource center, like a support center that people could go meet and socialize. It would mostly be about socializing. It's not like we're gonna sit down with people and just, like, awkwardly go around the circle and share our traumas and, like, cry. We probably will do some of that, and that is beautiful and healing, but that's not all it's for. I wanted something where, like, people could just socialize and hang out with other cluster Bs, and they know where to go. And they know this group is, like, safe, and it's approved by us, and, like, these people are safe, because trust matters a lot. And, yeah, it would be everywhere, because it's hard to travel. It's really hard. That's my dream. That's my ideal dream. I don't know how to make it happen, but, yeah, thank you guys for the hearts. Cluster B support in every state. And by the way, when I become a psychologist, like, for real, when I have a PhD, I might actually be able to make this happen. Maybe even when I'm halfway there, because I'll be in this system. Because I also want to do, like, resources, like, have other therapists, and I can point people to the other therapists besides myself and be like, those people treat NPD, they know what the fuck they're doing, like, we're gonna grow a support system, I hope. I dig the depression look. Oh man, thank you. I'm glad that you dig it. That makes me happy. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up. I'm stressed that I'm not answering everybody. Oh, hi Visceral Gravitas, if you're still here. Some people from Discord. Tell other people from Discord to join, and I'll sing for them. Last time they wanted me to sing something, because I'm a singer. They were like, let's hear it. And I was like, okay, and, like, I sang a little bit, but then I stopped because I was like, I don't know. I'll do it more if those people show up again. I will sing because I actually can. Is that with everyone? Do you feel that way with Cluster B as well? I'm not sure what you're saying. Oh, Lust for Vampire says, I'm vulnerable with my best friend, but I don't feel that connected to him, and I feel like I just use him, to be honest. It's difficult, and it's weird. Fucking relatable. I have, like, people in my, around me sometimes where, like, I feel like I'm open, I'm vulnerable, I'm connecting to them, what should look like connection, and then I'm just, like, not. Like, they could be gone tomorrow, and then I'll just be like, okay, who's next? It's like the replacing thing, and I'm not trying to use people. It's not, like, what I fucking do. I'm just like, I can't connect to you. I can't. I don't know how. I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know, like... Hi, Ray Gustus. Oh, I recognize some people. Oh my gosh. I've been trying to organize a Cluster B support group in my area, and I have flyers to put up. That's adorable. I was going to do something similar. I feel too paralyzed to follow through. Same. We'll get there. Sending you support. We will get there, because...
Hi, everybody.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding. If you want to be part of the live, Actually, no. Stay.
Uh-oh.
I'm scared. No, I'm not scared. This is my space.
Uh-oh. Is Tom your first friend still?
Who the fuck is Tom? I'm
He's
confused.
the creator of MySpace.
What the fuck? You know what? Oh, yeah. Ask questions about this insane relationship. We'll answer. His name's Richard. Say hi.
Howdy, everybody.
He can answer all your questions about how it's like to live with someone as horrible as me. Lucas, stop. Hi, cuties. Oh my god. I finally caught up, guys. I'm so happy. Not being able to connect, you feel that with Cluster Bs as well? Yes, I do, but less so. I have been able to feel connections more with Cluster Bs. Thank you for the laughing face. I love his humor. Yes, they love your humor.
Hey, thank you.
They love your humor.
I love you.
Oh,
whoever you are.
Yeah. This man gives his love way too easily. I'm like, how does he do it? He just connects to everybody.
Hi. Again.
Yep. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Yes. People are a fan of your humor and the little skits that we do.
Aww.
Just get over here. Get your ass over here then.
You told me no.
Here, turn off the light so they can see the star filter. This is what I've been doing, guys. I've been just depressed in my room, just like here with the star filter. The galaxy, turn the galaxies on. We got this galaxy filter. Whoa, that's
Sorry.
not good quality.
That was my head up in the business.
Oh my god, look at that. That's what I've been doing. I've just been sitting in my room like dying, but at least there's this. There's the galaxy filter.
Sometimes, you know.
And it changes colors and it reminds me that I'm gonna die someday because I'm gonna go back to the universe. I'm sorry.
We all are one day.
It's okay. I feel like they're coming out with studies that reincarnation's actually probably real. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is bad quality. Love the puns. It's either love or hate or sometimes both. I don't know.
Whoever loves puns, I love you twice as hard. You're wonderful people.
Oh my god. Here, you want to come sit by me?
Sure.
Why is there a box of blueberries on the bed?
For your tummy?
Oh yeah, I was feeling sick. Like, you know, how I do 24/7.
Blueberries. They can...
When you find it hard to connect with others, if you don't mind me asking, do you work? And if you do, what do you do? Do you mean do I work on it or do I work? Because I don't have a job. He always tells me, get a job, hippie. Get a job, hippie.
Did you hear with your tie-dye shirt on?
I'm going full hippie. Have you guys seen, is the desk clean? Like,
yeah, I think so.
okay. I've been going full hippie. Maybe not hippie, but almost like
Full spiritual.
full spiritual. I have now, and you guys are gonna laugh at this. Some people don't like spirituality, but I have crystals and I have tarot cards. I will do people's readings. I know how to do readings now. That's what I've been spending my time doing. You know, learning to read tarot. And I texted the nameless narcissist, Jacob. I was like, hey, bro, can I do a reading for you? And he was like, oh, god damn it, Tessa. And he was like, we should go live and do one. Because, you know, he has to have an audience if he's going to do something that insane and bullshitty, apparently. No, I will do people's readings. And listen, I have respect for my tarot deck. Because, honestly, as my distrust goes, I distrusted my tarot deck. I was like, this is some fucking, you know, bullshit. You know, it's not going to really say anything that helps me because I don't trust anything. But then it actually did. And it didn't do it just like once. It did it 3 times. So I was like, okay, maybe there's, even if this is just for fun, it's still helpful. And maybe there's something spiritual to this, and I don't know. But yeah, let me know. I will do readings if sometime, maybe. It sucks because, like, I want to do spirituality with this page, but I don't know how. Because people, not everyone's spiritual, and people just... Can I even show you?
Spirituality, what's up?
I need to do his reading because I don't understand. Okay, you want to know something so terrifying about him? He's always positive. I don't know how. I don't know. This world sucks. Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so positive?
Because life rules.
No, it doesn't. This is, you know, opposites attract.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tessa is back. Oh, Jamie.
All caps. Love it.
Oh my god, I adore you.
I like humor. Green flag.
How dare you be a green flag? I'm always the red flag. You can't. No.
Oh.
Get out.
All right. Bye, everybody. It was nice talking to you.
Hey, Richard. Thank you for taking care of Tessa. What am I? Some sort of basket
Who
case?
said this? You're welcome.
I was like, what am I? Some sort of basket case that needs care and shit and, like, can't do anything? And then you were like, you're welcome. Thank you. That's our dynamic. I'm kidding. Thank you, Kit Catherine. I joke around.
Kit Catherine.
Yeah.
You are very welcome.
That's so pretty. What the fuck? I know.
Is Richard Gemini? No, I'm actually not what people say I'm supposed to be.
What are you?
I am a
Tell
Virgo.
him. Yeah. Okay. Can you put the galaxy? People like it. Do you want to put the galaxy thing
On the bed?
Yeah, so it's like over. Look at this, guys. This is actually very, very peaceful. And it's
that we go to bed every night.
Mm-hmm. It's been very nice. That is why there's like stars. Oh yeah, you know what's something that I'm really dissatisfied by? How the stars are green. It pisses me off because stars aren't green. Stop. They're not. Be better.
Freaking lasers in a little toy thing. Be better.
Be my ideal. Fucking everything needs to be an ideal.
You've never been in space. Maybe they are green.
You know what? Okay, anyway. Yeah, ask me questions, guys. If you want to know what our relationship's like, go for it. I love tarot cards. Yes. Oh, God. Did you see the laser? It was like going up my nose. I'm really glad.
It was a sniper.
Oh.
Trying to take you out.
Oh. I'm really glad that you like tarot. Embrace what you love. I don't know how to do that. I'm scared. I was taught that myself was not acceptable. My genuine, authentic self.
It's not true anymore.
Oh my God. Well, of course, because I'm great now. You know, I did that. You know, one of the things that's fucked me up the most is that people really did only start adoring me when I changed everything about myself, including my looks, everything. That basically proves me right. I'm like, oh, so I did have to like absolutely edit myself, and I do have to try to be loved, of course. I love how you just sit there doing this.
Normally when she talks like this, I make a noise that makes her laugh, but I don't.
You don't feel like you can do that on this live stream?
I don't know if it's going to be taken well.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know. We'll see. I got a tarot deck a few weeks ago. I finally found one. Go get my tarot deck. I want to show them queer tarot. The power of queer tarot. Go get it. We've got queer tarot. That's what's in my bag.
What's in your bag?
Yeah.
You got a bag of queer stuff?
No. It's just tarot, but it's queer tarot. It's inclusive.
It's embracing the agenda. America.
No, that's a very bad joke. There's queer... Why is it backwards? Oh my God. Okay, I'm turning this around. Queer tarot. I will do readings with this if you guys want me to. But anyway, back to NPD. Because that's what people want to know about. I was gonna ask a follow-up question, but never mind. Well, fuck. I'm sorry. With both, I can lose myself in trying to feel control. Let me just like scroll. Oh, there is what's Richard's sign. Love the energy. Oh, yeah. He's always praised at work because of his energy. That's why he's an assistant manager. Sorry, you're great too.
There we go. Yeah.
You have humor too. Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. Screenshotting that.
I think she's funnier than I am.
Aww.
Virgo, wow. See, this is what I'm talking about, dude. People don't believe me.
I mean, what do you know, that is kind of strange now that I think about it. What even is like Virgo about you? What do you think?
I genuinely still don't know what that's
He's on the
supposed to
cusp.
mean.
What cusp were you on? I forget.
I'm in the middle of September. Is that a cusp?
I don't
I'm just
know.
like
Tell him. It's
enriched,
September 15.
enriched in Virgo goodness.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh my God, you got an LMAO.
Hey.
I thought I was tripping. Why did that make sense?
You've never been to space. Maybe they are green. Just saying.
Oh my God. Fucking hell. See, I already feel like I go through enough torment, but now I have to think about this. I have to be told this shit and have my life filled with that.
You're welcome.
Of course. My life quality is fantastic. I'm just kidding. I'm grateful. How did you unlearn the schema that says my authentic self is not acceptable? I don't know if I have. Okay, I'll tell you this. I changed everything about myself. I edited my looks. I edited my personality. I based myself off of a celebrity until I felt worthy. And then I felt like a totally new person. And then I said, this person's great. But fuck my past self. That's how I did it.
Uh-oh.
Because you know how people do, you know.
That's not what people do.
That's not what people do. I still remember that. Oh my God. I hate Instagram. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jamie148.
Instagram, Is it lagging, you guys? Let me know if it's lagging, because last time it was lagging for people. I can go live on YouTube, but I'm scared of my YouTube now ever since I posted that video. And I didn't take it down, and I really want to take it down. It was me complaining about my follower count compared to other people's, and I looked very entitled, and somebody mentioned that, and then I cried, and then I never want to go on my YouTube again. Never. I don't know what my authentic self is. Oops. I feel that. But I am getting there. Like, for example, I didn't know I had a love for psychology, like a genuine passion for it. That took me years. It's so fucked that I took psychology classes in college and I got F's on them because I wouldn't do the homework because I didn't care. That's how unconnected I was with my potential, like, purpose and self. But, oh my God, can I tell them about the shroom study? I do this every time. I'm so sorry. I bring up shrooms I'm not promoting drugs, I swear. Disclaimer. I just bring them up because they changed my entire life. But when I did shrooms, it helped me find, you know, my authentic self again, because it opened up my emotions, or whatever's left of that. It helped me find. I still feel really hollow. Like, I still feel like there's so many pieces missing, and it's like one of the things that keeps me feeling like a fraud a lot of the time. But I was able to discover a few things, and I think that means there's hope to, like, recreate, if not, you know, your old self. I don't think you should try that. But like a new sense of stop it. A new sense of self. You can build that. I have hope for that. And there was this new study that came out on shrooms. Do you want to pull it up? It's psilocybin, and they said that it opens the brain to the same type of critical periods that young children have. So basically, like, where you learn a lot. And psilocybin opens that up for 2 weeks. So it basically opens up the plasticity in your brain again, and you can make changes during that time that are, you know, it ingrains it. Like, you're learning as if, you know, like, have you guys ever heard of, like, how when you're a kid, it's easier to learn new languages, new instruments, new behaviors, new patterns. And then once you get to a certain age, it closes down. Like psilocybin can, and other psychedelics can open up that critical window again, so that you can relearn new patterns, like, as easily as when you were a child. And that is fucking, like, this is a real study. I'm gonna flip the camera so we can see it.
Oh, I've loaded an ad, sorry.
God. But, like, it's phenomenal. Like, this is real research. Research discovers a unique property of psychedelics: their ability to reopen critical periods in the brain, times when the brain is highly susceptible to environmental learning signals. So this means, like, this shit could potentially rewire the freeze response if you've learned that your whole life. Or it could rewire, like, unhealthy patterns that have just been ingrained, or, like, beliefs about, like, yourself and the world. And, like, these periods usually associated with skills like development, like language learning, reopened by psychedelics. This may have therapeutic implications for certain conditions. They go into depression and stuff too. Oh no. Here, scroll it down, like, right here. This study also identified molecular mechanisms influenced by psychedelics that showed expression differences during and after the critical period. That basically means that, like, genes, like, you can change stuff on a deep level, and, like, it stays, like, and, you know, once again, like, I have done psychedelics, and it's not a cure for anything. I'm not claiming that. I think it helps fucking incredibly. Like, that's all I'm saying. Tell me if this is interesting at all, you guys. But yeah, neuroscientists have long searched for ways to reopen critical periods in the brain when mammals are more sensitive to their surroundings, to signals from their surroundings that can influence periods of brain development. So, you know, like, the fears of being too old to, like, undo patterns or stuff. Yeah, you gotta go find the one where it says psychedelics is 2 weeks. I just want to watch Tessa in peace. What does that mean?
Oh, my God.
Oh, I think that was the Instagram thing. Oh, Jamie.
Is it from 2 days to 4 weeks with a single dose? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh my God, Jamie, wait. Instagram kicks her out. She said, Instagram kicks me out constantly. I'm so sad. Jamie, if you're in the comments right now, tell me how much you've been kicked out. And, like, I will try. Guys, if you want me to do a different platform, I will. I will do a different platform if Instagram's not okay. I loved that video, relatable video. Holy shit, you loved my YouTube video? The insane one? The one that made me so embarrassed. Okay, I might go back on YouTube now. Don't worry, I'm only completely externally influenced by everyone about what I should do. Not do, but like what I am feeling about myself. You're supposed to show compassion for your past self, but I feel disgusted by her. Same. You guys should see my past self. They were ugly as fuck and disgusting and cringy and embarrassing and fuck them. No. It's not entitled, what the fuck. Somebody said it was. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Somebody said it was entitled, the video.
They're entitled for trying to silence you.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
It affected me bad, though, because I was in a vulnerable spot, and I was like, oh my god, am I entitled? Because, like, my ego wants to believe everything it hears from external feedback, but then I was like, oh, never mind. And then I was like, yeah, they're just jealous. We went the other direction. We went the other way where it was like, yeah, they wish they had. Oh, you want to know what else this person said? This person said, it's not like you're a celebrity or anything. Quit complaining. And I'm like, yeah, because celebrities help the world so much, right? Because, like, celebrities, fucking, yeah, Kylie Jenner. I admire her so fucking much for her new lip kit. That's life-changing. That's world-changing right there.
I mean, you gotta have nice lips.
Totally changing the world. So much work. I mean, no, the things that, like, people are doing from this community are way better than that, even if they have less followers. Like, follower count may mean nothing after all. Once we look at those fucking...
That was about to take a turn, y'all. That's called self-awareness.
I was panicking. Oh my god. They're entitled for trying to silence you. Yes. Entitlement is part of NPD. How did they expect you to hide certain symptoms? Because I need to be everything. I just need to not be a narcissist, guys. I just need to stop.
Yeah, I mean,
as he said, you know, just stop being depressed. Stop being let's just stop having NPD.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Let me just like change my brain. Let me just switch it out. Sorry. Apologies. I'm just gonna get a different brain now because, you know, I just shouldn't be that way.
That'd be cool. Brain transplant. Put like a monkey brain in there.
What the fuck? Yeah? Yeah?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah? Okay. I'm usually funnier, you guys, in response to him, but I'm also feeling like I have to edit myself.
No, she's hilarious, y'all.
But I'm doing the thing in my head where like I'm filtering too much because, you know, I want to present.
Well, Jamie just wants to know how you feel.
Oh my god.
For stopping you.
Oh my god. Aziza21 says, my past self was weak, foolish, and retarded, so I killed him. Relatable. It shouldn't be, but it's relatable. Because, like, I mean, that's really sad. But, yep, that was my life. I hate my past self for very similar reasons. And yeah, it's like, I think part of the grandiosity in NPD comes from just, like, literally editing yourself into what you always wanted to be. So now that you're, like, that person, you're like, well, of course I'm fucking better than most people. Like, why wouldn't I be? I'm literally everything that, like, I thought was perfect because I made myself into that, you know? So, like, it's like you're grandiose just by a measure of being the person you always wanted to be and working so hard to edit yourself into that version of yourself. I hope that makes sense. And, like, yeah, you know, getting admiration for that new self for the first time is fucking addicting. Because you're like, oh shit, I am great now. And then you can't get enough. Yeah, he just listens to my bullshit. But, you know, I want you to know how you feel. I want to know how you feel. Fuck them for stopping you. Oh god, Jamie, you're amazing. I struggled a lot with that video, and that really helps. And thank you, Lust for a Vampire. Same, like, the support was just... Oh, I would love the link, Tessa. I will send that to you. Anybody wants the link? I might just post it on my story. Hi, Prototype Robocop, if you're still here. Hi, Vicky. Hi. Oh my god, I recognize everybody. I love... How? My group... The people in the group chat are, like, saying hi to each other. That is fucking adorable.
You're better than a celebrity. You're an actually useful public figure.
I'm gonna be saving that forever and ever and ever and ever.
Jamie, you don't even realize what you just did.
Ever. It's going in my collection of my 21,000 screenshots of my compliments.
You don't even know.
Can I screen share? I need to... If I can figure out how to screen share, I will show you guys the 21,000 compliments I've screenshot.
It's a lot.
It's... Wow. I'm better than a celebrity, babe. How's that feel to be with somebody who's better than a celebrity? How dare you? Oh my god. Mocha, stop it. What's she even barking out there for?
Her sister is probably not.
We call the cat and the dog sisters, even though they're like two different species. Her sister.
Chosen family.
Her sister. Get them in there. I love them. Let's show them to everybody. Alice, Mocha, Momo.
Dun dun dun.
Cutie. Oh my god. Whoa.
Can't be a Tessa live stream without Mo.
Yeah, she's the sweetest dog. She fell asleep with me 2 nights ago. Like, just fell asleep in my arms when I really needed it. She was just cuddling, and you know, we were all just cuddling on the bed. And like, pets are just so amazing. she chews your hand off.
She hates my hand.
She's a puppy. She's a puppy. God damn it. Yeah. Okay, my internet connection is a bit crazy. Vicky, oh god damn it. Is there somewhere else I can stream for you guys?
I mean, if it's an internet issue, probably not. That's just...
Guys, please let me know.
Yippee for me.
Can't escape the ableism anywhere. No, there's nowhere we can run except this community. Hi, Tessa and Tessa's boyfriend.
Hi.
Say hi to Vicky.
Hello, Vicky.
She has NPD as well.
Hello.
It
is great to see you.
Yeah, we are having all this little support group here. Although, people are seeming to have connection issues, and that's very upsetting. I'm going to take a break for live. See you late. Yeah, that's okay, guys.
Have a good day. Yeah. Or night. I don't know where you're from.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably really, really, really late for some people. Oh, my girl is at work and y'all keeping me entertained. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Hi, animals.
Little pup. Little pup.
Why do puppies bite so freaking much? Why? All right, anyway. Yeah, she's a really, really cute.
Kit Catherine says, Instagram's good for me. No issues.
Oh, the R slur. Yeah, honestly, I honestly didn't even notice somebody used that because I was just thinking about how much I hated my past self. Apologies. Yeah, no R slurs, please. I didn't even notice that.
Poland.
I was just, my brain was just thinking about how much I hated my past self. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I literally saw a prominent psychologist use the R word to describe cluster Bs. What the fuck?
Jesus.
Oh my god, I know somebody who did that too, but it wasn't the R word. He just said they were stupid. He said narcissists are stupid, and I don't want to say who it is, but he's a very prominent figure in narcissism, so take some guesses. And it's not mental illness. We're done talking about Lee. It's someone else. Good luck, guess the person, guess the creator who decided to stigmatize narcissism. The same creator, by the way, said that 2 narcissists cannot ever have a relationship. And Vicky and April are proving him wrong. Just wanted to say that. Damn it! Catherine, don't expose. I'm not saying any... Zip my lips. I'm zipping my lips. Sorry, guys. Have I been going live for too long? I don't know. I've been going live ever since you left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yes, you are proving the stigma wrong. Keep at it. Like, you guys are fucking queens. Honestly. Like, I love seeing it. It's offensive to use slurs for no reason. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of other ways to describe something. Okay? There, like, for example, if you want to say narcissist when describing someone egotistical, just say egotistical. That's just one example. And try to steer away from, like, stigmatizing language. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all inclusive here.
Like saying, bipolar for rapid moods because he's bipolar for real. Yeah, there used to be a big stigma around that where, like, anybody who was moody, it's like, you're so bipolar. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Wow. Because that's a whole mental health condition, But yeah, guys, if you're curious about our relationship, ask questions. Doesn't anybody want to know how he survives a relationship with a narcissist?
They're like, this guy's clearly just got
he's doing the
calmness of a saint.
That's probably how. Yeah, ask us questions, guys. There's nothing wrong with having an ego. Thank you. Did you hear that?
I've never disputed the
I know,
fact.
I tease you. That everyone has one, just some ones that are larger. I think that the only problem is when it gets in the way of what you want in life. Like, you know, I'm gonna go, that person's making me uncomfortable. Oh, I'm sorry. Ugh.
I'm sorry you're feeling uncomfortable, lust for a vampire.
Yeah, please.
Just know that we care about you.
Yeah, honestly, I can start to ask people to not have that language on the stream if you want. That's all I can do. If I see something, I can call it out. Because sometimes people don't mean to say it in the way, but then they do say it, and it's like, okay. The cuddling is the cutest. Aw, yeah, I'm gonna start. I need people to feel comfortable in my stream. Guys, I know. There's a little bit of an argument in the comment section. Everyone, okay. The goal here is that everyone's gonna have different feelings and opinions, but we just need everybody to be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the goal, okay? Everyone's feelings are valid, but we need people here to feel comfortable. And, you know, if they're too uncomfortable, you know, that's not what my live stream is for. You know, we're not here for that environment. But yeah. I was going to ask about the coping mechanisms that you use to help during conflict. One of the best ones that's really hard to do is walking away. If you're really, really fucking mad, that's more my thing than anything. But, like, if I'm pissed, I'll start being really cruel because, like, I lose my... I can't see the person as well anymore. Like, I lose my ability to care or, like, remember I care. So, like, then whatever comes out of my mouth is just, like, unedited because, like, there's no emotion, care holding me back. Like, I have split. This is also common in BPD, but, like, for different reasons. It's the reasons behind it. It's like, you know, sometimes it's fear of abandonment or maybe it's feeling insulted, and different disorders have different stuff. But the gist of it is when you know that you're not in control of what you're about to say, it's good to take some space until you're calm. Because, like, a lot of times when people are angry, no matter what the diagnosis is, they're going to say, you know, angry people say things, and also nobody's listening to each other. That the conflict can't be resolved if nobody's listening. If people are just angry and they just want to fight to defend their point, that's fine. And, like, you know, there's fear there where you feel like you're not going to be heard. But at the same time, you know, the other person doesn't feel heard, and it just coalesces into this crazy, like, no one's listening to each other. The fight just escalates. And yeah, if you take one step back and walk away, that's really hard to do, though. DBT helps with that. Yeah, you can text me later. I will try and answer. I really will. I will actually answer. I've just been avoiding a lot of stuff. Please text me. Yeah, I wasn't here to insult or bully. I know. It's just about the comfort of other people. That's all. It's not about you being in the wrong or not in the wrong, but, like, it's not like we're ganging up on anybody here, no matter what. It's just like we need people to be comfortable in the live stream. And I related to what you said, by the way, about the past self, general concept. But yeah, let's see. It's hard to communicate that I'm shutting down so that people think I'm ignoring them on purpose or giving them silent treatment. That's the thing. Behaviors on the outside can be misleading about, like, what is really going on in the inside. So if communication is possible, it's really, really helpful. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm happy. Like, decently happy. Not really, but, like, I feel better going on. I feel better. Thank you guys. No.
Oh, okay.
Thank you guys for joining this live stream. I might go in a bit. He's got work soon. I might start to log off, you guys, if people don't have that many more questions. But a lot of people showed up, and, like, it was a really good, like, interactive experience. So yeah, I'll answer a few more questions. Tessa being happy. Oh,
there you
my
go.
heart.
Yeah.
I really hope that I helped you guys, like, you know, understand stuff more. The thing is, I don't know how to put that into content. Hi, hello. People are saying hello.
Hello.
Yeah, nice to meet Richard. He'll be on again.
Likewise, Kit Catherine. You seem lovely.
Yeah. Less social media would help with mental illness. Yes, it's a double-edged sword, but I want to be here to make a difference in the world, and that usually takes social media. So sometimes people need to be on social media, but it's like, how can we also feel good?
Yeah.
It does affect mental health very badly. But yeah, also, yes, Richard might come back at some point, next live stream or something. But anyway, you guys, back to what I was saying. I wish I could figure out how to put what I have shared today into like content, because Reels seems too short. Or like, can I do a reel format that would like make this? Love you, Tess. Come back to TikTok. Really? People really want me back there? Oh, thank you. The thing is, it's just, there's a lot of, it's toxic on there. It's really bad for my mental health. It's really bad. TikTok I'll post an informational video on NPD and people will just say like, your eyes make you look more like a sociopath, or like invalidate me in a million ways, or like not even listen, or just project about their ex. And like, I'm like, why did I share this content? Apparently it helps a few people like you, and I appreciate that. But I don't know. I can try. Okay, I'm gonna reveal a little secret. I have been making a new TikTok page. And I'm not gonna share what the tag is. Yeah, it's really bad, Jamie. But like, I'm not gonna share what the new page is, but it was going to be more based on general psychology with cluster B, but just like abnormal psychology and like how to heal and stuff. And like, don't do it if it makes you uncomfortable. I just wish TikTok would be banned. The thing is, like, it's hard. It's so hard because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere in life if I don't post on TikTok, because it's such a big platform. Also, give me a sec, you guys. Someone said, Baby Self-Absorbed says, I'm a new NPD account and I'm sure what to post, but it's cool seeing other NPD content and lives. Welcome to the community.
Yeah.
Seriously, it is a lonely world out there. I'm glad you're here. Honestly, anything about your lived experience is really like just valid and interesting. I think that the more voices we have about what it's like to live with this, the better. Even if it feels like people have done the content before, I've struggled with that feeling so much. It's like, people are already posting about this. Where's my place here? But, you know, really, like, yeah, it's just sharing your experience that's valuable. And it's, I always welcome new creators to the community. And, like, I love seeing people show up and feel like there's a safe space. I'm so happy. It's hard shit. I'm gonna post this live. You missed a lot of the live, but I'm gonna post it afterwards. And I talked a lot about healing at the beginning, if that might help you. I'm probably gonna log off, you guys, just because it's been a while. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm gonna do this again. And yeah, thank you guys for coming. He might be back. We'll do more healing content. And yeah, it's hard trying to find my place because it feels like I have nothing to contribute. So common. You may look at my account. I'll say one last thing. You may look at my account and say like, oh, she's got like 4,000, whatever. But I'm looking at other accounts like, the Nameless Narcissist, or like, Mental Healness, or like Sam Vaknin, or like all these bigger creators. And I'm like, come on, like, I feel like my content, I feel the same way you do. It's part of the NPD. I feel like, yeah, it's part of it's because you do, I think it's a black and white thinking. I think it's a cognitive distortion, and I'll tell you why. Because you're seeing, it's like, okay, if these people have posted everything there is to say about these behaviors, about NPD, then there's nothing left for me to share because they've already said it. But in reality, each and every one of us has different histories, backgrounds, lived experiences, feelings, perspectives. I thought I knew everything about my disorder, but then I'd talk to like NPD April and she'd say something where I'm like, holy shit, I'd never thought of it that way before. Which means basically all of the content that people can produce is valuable. Even if like, it doesn't feel like it, because it's really hard. It feels like, where's my place, right? It's the egos. Where is my place? Am I at the top? Am I near the top? I'll never be as big as these accounts. It doesn't matter. Like, I still get those feelings. It's about, being able to say like, you know what, numbers don't matter. And that's insane to say, I know, but think of like Kylie Jenner. Someone just said celebrities are not even contributing as much as us as public figures are, because our content actually changes the world. Kylie Jenner may have millions of followers, and I'm just using her as an example. It could be like Selena Gomez, whatever. There's actually some talented singers, but like, you know, millions of followers, it's like, oh, they must be more important than me or better. Are they really though? Are they really? Like, everyone has something to bring. And sometimes you can have a small account but post things just as valuable. You guys have personalities I like and prefer to learn from. I like listening to you and April and Jacob, and I don't want to listen to certain creators. Yeah, and that's valid too. I think we're just really real about stuff. I think we just say it like how it is and stuff. Because a lot of people, they're still up in the performance of it all. I said I was going to leave the live. You realize that, babe?
It hasn't crossed
but
my
then
mind.
But then a young narc account came online, and I was like, I need to I need to share and help. I have the most empathy for other narcissists because I know the pain directly. Everyone has their own set of cards they've been dealt with in life. Oh my God, yes. That's such an important point. I was really despairing and angry about this earlier. I was like, why the fuck am I just not more further in life? Why do I not have this, and this? Like, why do I not have a nice car and good success and like wealth and fame? And like, why do other people get that? Sometimes even at a younger age than me. Like, it's not fair. Does that mean I'm not as good as them? Like, my brain was like freaking out. Or on the flip side, I would be like, they don't deserve their fame. Like, I'm fucking like better than them. I don't understand why people don't see my worth and this and that. And then I was thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, you're here after a lifetime, and I mean a lifetime of childhood trauma that should have killed you, and you're still fighting, and you're still a public figure, and you're still doing good. And like, those people don't have our issues. Those people don't have the traumas. They had an easier life, maybe. They had a different life. And I'm comparing myself to their level of success when they didn't have to fight like I had, you know? And that's not fair to myself. And, you know, that's just one example of like a cognitive distortion. I don't have healing tips. Oh, yeah, I haven't been self-aware as long. That's okay. I'm here for that. I'm trying to give, you know, like, for example, the tip I just gave, it's about, I'm trying to share that stuff more. What is best therapist for psychopathy? Whew. Oh my God. I wish I had an answer for you, but you know what sucks is that there's no therapists, it feels like, even for NPD. So let alone, you know, that, then it's unfortunate. Yeah. This is like musicians. They don't all get famous at the same rates. Yeah, everyone has like a different battle. Some people really, really might have it easier, and maybe that's just my biased opinion. I feel like it's not, but like, I feel like some people really suffer deeply and they have more to battle. But those people also can change the world deeper if they can express their story. You know, suffering is like, yeah, thank you guys for the little fire. It's a double-edged sword, you know? Like, I curse being fucking, you know, given these set of cards sometimes and having this disorder and feeling so sick all the time, and I'm angry and I just want to have a normal life and I just want to feel okay. But at the same time, I try to see it as like, I was put here to share this for a reason, this journey to help people, maybe to change the world, maybe to make history. So maybe it was only me that could handle this in the way that I'm handling it from my own story. Like, maybe I was chosen for that. And it may fucking suck. And I get bitter as hell sometimes. But, like, I try to remember that, you know. And people also tell me, like, there's light at the end of the tunnel if you actually heal. If you actually go through with self-awareness. Did you say there's no therapy for narcissistic disorder? No. Well, okay, it's complicated. There's really not easy therapy that has worked. They don't have a lot of studies, so they're still editing how to fucking treat narcissists, and not a lot of people know. They're like, what the fuck? You know, like, nobody... Also, on top of that, there are very few therapists willing to treat narcissists. Narcissists willing to treat therapists. Oh, shit. We treat them.
They're all there.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, Mr. Man.
But, you know, like, we're...
I have to jump in the shower.
Okay. But yeah, like, and I am gonna log off soon, you guys. I do have to go, but that is my boyfriend, yes.
Bye, everybody. It was nice seeing you all.
He's like my fucking opposite, Mr. Positive. But yeah, anyway, no, there's not really an easy way to treat NPD, and there's not many therapists willing to do so. So let alone for psychopathy, it's been really hard for people with stigmatized diagnoses. A lot of the quick famous ones are Nepo babies. Yep, there's that too. I devalue people in my head so much. I'm like, how can I discredit their level of success? Were they born into it? Yes. There you go. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm gonna log off here in a sec. I keep saying I'm gonna log off, but for real, I do have to go. Just one last thing. Do you also have ASPD? No, not at all. I have HPD and NPD. Probably have traits of everything, but I really, really lean towards HPD. And yeah, guys, I will do this live stream stuff again, so I will be on for more questions. I do have to go. Thank you guys for showing up. I loved everybody that showed up. It was a good session. It was a good live stream. And feel free to DM me. I will be on soon, hopefully, and I'll see you guys. Catherine, just as I was gonna log off. No, I don't have a diagnosis of HPD. I am self-diagnosed with the HPD. NPD, I've been professionally diagnosed twice. HPD, I'm suspecting. And I wish I could actually confirm it with somebody. But anyway, see you soon, guys. Love you guys. Bye.